Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Loket in the Czech Republic. It's round 13 of the FIM Motocross World Championship, and MX2 qualifying race is coming up next, 20 minutes plus 2 laps. The Serpentine circuit here has been a mainstay on the Motocross World Championship calendar. That is the beautiful postcard, picturesque town of Loket. There's the famous castle. Lots of movies have been shot around this part of the world as well, but it really is a fabulous location. Very easy and very relaxed. But up here on the hillside overlooking all of that, we've got a bunch of angry young racers getting ready. 40 riders, in fact, in MX2, getting ready to go to battle here for this MX2 qualifying race over in the west of the country, just over the German border. Still hovering around 27 degrees, although it's getting a little bit darker out there, a little bit moody. The wind is picking up. The circuit here, hard packed, but a little bit looser on top than it has been, and they're doing a good job of keeping it a bit more watered as well. So the circuit, though, still going down to its rock base, still going to have some hard edge bumps as the circuit breaks down over the course of the weekend. Seen the circuit, seen the fans. A few moments ago, Lisa Leyland was down on the grid. She spoke to one of the Czech riders here, Richard Sakina, and after that it was Mitch Evans.
Hello and welcome to the start line here in Loket, Czech Republic. Now, we are well and truly warmed up for our qualifying sessions today. Now, I'd like to speak to MX2 rider and home rider Richard Sakina. Being from Slovakia, this is the closest home GP for you. How are you feeling? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Are you feeling the pressure?
No, I'm really looking forward for this race because it's our home team race and it's near Slovakia, so a lot of fans came here to support us. So I'm really looking forward to the qualifying race and also for the races tomorrow.
And of course, I was looking at your results. Your best ever overall result was the 11th, and it was right here in Loket, wasn't it, last year? What's this track like for you? Hard pack, I guess a track that you're used to riding?
Yes, it was my best result in my career here last year, so I have a good memories from here. So I hope I can make this also tomorrow. And it's nice track for me because it's hard pack, so it's a typical track in like the same tracks in our country. So I like this track. It's an old school track, and I hope for a good result.
Best of luck. Have a great race. Thanks, Richard. Now, I'd like to speak to Team Honda 114 rider Mitchell Evans. We saw you in Palembang. Unfortunately, you had a crash. We didn't see you line up in Samarang. You went home to Australia since then. Please give us an update. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, we're pretty much back to 100%. Yeah, I was just pretty banged up after Palembang, so I went home and got some scans done, and yeah, I found out I got a torn ligament in my thumb, but I've been riding with that since Arco, so it's not a problem. And we tried draining the fluid out of my back, but wasn't successful, so I still got a bit of fluid in there. But everything else is all good. It was good to spend some time at home and see some friends and family, and kind of hit the reset button because the last couple of rounds haven't been that good. But yeah, it's good to be back.
Well, I was going to say, despite some fantastic racing, the pace, seeing you up front on a lot of occasions, you've just had a really tough few rounds, haven't you? I don't think luck's really been on your side, has it?
Yeah, but I mean, you make your own luck, you get a good start, you stay out of the trouble, and I seem to do that on the Saturdays, but can't put it together on the Sundays. So hopefully we can change that this weekend, but honestly, my main goal for these next 2 weekends is to finish the races because well, I've missed 6 races now. So yeah, if I finish this weekend and I stay healthy, I'll be happy. So.
Best of luck, Mitch. Thank you. Good luck to all the guys. It's time for the first qualifying session, MX2.
Jorge Prado launching his way through the little ramp there, rather than just landing it on the downside, just launched it well and truly onto the start straight. Anyway, here's the start list for the MX2 qualifying race here. Here's how the riders ended up in time practice earlier. Calvin Blanren in free practice for HRC, 146.2. That was free practice. 145.9 though. Jorge Prado on the Red Bull KTM ahead of Calvin Blanren by 0.2 of a second. Maxime Renault, Yamaha SM Action MC Migliori Yamaha rider. He was on our studio show on MXGP TV today. Quite an amusing story at the end of that all as well, so tune in for that if you haven't already. Adam Sterry's been looking good all day actually. FNH Racing Kawasaki. He and Darian Sanai earlier on were sort of first and second in the free practice, but then just got pipped. So Sterry ended up second in that, and Sanai fourth. They were split by the Yamaha of Maxime Renault. But Jorge Prado lines up first then, ahead of Blanren, Renault, Sterry, Jago Kietz, Henry Jacobi. Kevin Horgmo wildcarding this weekend on the Kramer KTM in 7th. Brent Van Donnick on the Honda Red Motor Asamoah machine. David Pucci is back on the Diga Procross Husqvarna, and then Ika Laranaga from Marchetti Racing Team. There's Olsen and Jed Beaton. So Thomas Kier Olsen, the 119. There's Jorge Prado though. And Jorge Prado, so far, 8 qualifying race wins. He's won the last 6 in a row. What can he do here in Czech Republic? Thomas Kier Olsen was 17th and Jed Beaton 16th in their qualifier. Bart Dirks, the crew chief for Jorge Prado, just carrying that rear wheel to the grid there. There's Courtney Duncan. Just been out for WMX Race 1. Don't want to spoil it if you've not seen it, but obviously she's obviously trying to hone her starting tips from up there in the skybox area. Riders lining up then. Normally, middle works quite well here. I've seen starts up the inside and all the way around the outside because you can utilize the bank, but it's about 100 meters or so down to turn 1. Then it starts to turn up and back on itself onto another level. Henry Jacobi, FNH Racing, 6th overall, and the newly crowned Dutch champion, of course, in MX2. He won that last weekend. Calvin Blanren looking nice and relaxed on his HRC, just clapping to the music. Not really, but just obviously getting himself warmed up. Maxime Renault, he's coming good at the moment, isn't he, the young French rider for Yamaha SM Action MC Migliori. And Adam Sterry has been good all weekend, as we said a moment ago. There's Alvin Osland in the background, and the number 35 of Mitchell Harrison, the Bud Racing Kawasaki, and Osland, of course, the Revo Husqvarna. Thomas Olsen hasn't been on form though, but he did have a big crash, didn't he, in the first turn in Semarang 2 weekends ago. He's obviously just trying to keep his second place alive here because Tom Vial, who we just saw there, the 28, the Red Bull KTM, he's 100 points down on Olsen, but you don't want to give any points away, even with 6 rounds to go, 12 races. Jago Kietz doing his best to get himself back in the zone as well. You talk to him and it's almost like he's half asleep. Jago Kietz from Monster Energy Khmer Yamaha. Very shy, very placid. He is coming out of his shell, but as soon as the gate drops, he's a different rider altogether. Brian Moreau, he was unlucky in Semarang a couple of weeks ago in Asia. Can he put a good, solid ride together this weekend? And there is Blanren. A swanky-looking box outfit, so not going to miss him, even if the clouds do come over, because that is a very, very bright orange you're riding there, sir. Great to have David Pucci back for Team Diga Procross. Almost everybody in position. Richard Sikina, the Slovak rider for JD Gunex KTM. There's Matej Boromé, Honda Red Motor Asamoah. He was 12th in qualifying. The closest round that Sikina is going to get, 27th for him. There's Darian Sanai. Spoke to him this morning, said kind of the Epstein virus bit is gone. It's just the fitness that he doesn't have now. So you can't just go training and expect to get yourself 100% fit overnight. So that's the building process now. The Fly Racing 15-second board is up for the first time this weekend. MX2 qualifying race here, round 13 of the FIM Motocross World Championship. The MXGP of Czech Republic here at Locket, the Serpentine Circuit. There is Zikinova over on the right side, but the main starter is going to be pretty much in the middle of the grid. And it's Vial and Prado side by side. 40 riders flying into this first left-hand turn. Only one rider gets left at the back, but then Olsen is down, and so too is that Watson down there? Oh, it's Jargo Kietz trying to check that clutch is working. So Kietz then goes down in the first turn as Darian Sinai comes away, leading the race here, and Jacoby might just run him down the inside, but he gets parked. Prado goes to the outside, Sterry at the inside in 4th place, and then Vial. So downhill for the first time. It's Darian Sinai, Henry Jacoby, Prado, Sterry, as they work their way across, and there's Vial, just up into 4th place now. Sterry now in 5th. Then in 6th place, it's Maxime Renault in the white. 7th is Alvin Austin. 8, Richard Zikina. 9, so great start up the inside. We said that inside can work occasionally. Jacoby. Oh, he almost, he went too deep into the rut there, into the berm. So Zikina is 7th. Austin is in 8th place. 2, 3, 4. I'll tell you what, Vial having a bit of a close look at the inside of his teammate there as they head uphill. 3rd and 4th. Prado around the outside of Jacoby, takes 2nd position away from the German. Jacoby just kind of found himself napping in that inside rut, went too defensive, and Prado just kept the momentum going around the outside. There's 161 just going down a gear. It's Alvin Osland, but Prado now up into 2nd. And looking to go after Darian Sinai on the bike at DRT Kawasaki here, your race leader. That double there, just awkwardly placed right before the corner. If you bounce, you run the risk of missing your braking point. You have to almost land with your brakes on. Anyway, end of 1 lap. Sinai, Prado, Jacoby, Vial, Walsh up to 5th. Sterry 6, Renault 7, Osland 8. So both Revo Husqvarna UK machines in there in the top 7 or 8 places. Zikina is 9 for JD Gunnex KTM. As Prado looks to go around the outside of the American. And he does. To see that somewhere over in the distance. And then back with the live images here. A little bit closer to ground. Prado just carrying good corner speed through. Whoa, back end just catches an edge there. Just shows you how quickly the track conditions can change. Matej Boromé is in 10th, Calvin Bellana in 11th, Brian Moreau is 12th. As Vial at the inside of Jacoby moves into 3rd place. Oh, and Jacoby then hits neutral and then has to jab a gear. And Dylan Walsh almost tags him on the way up. So both the Revo Huskies then sandwiching the 2 F&H Kawasaki's between them. Sinai didn't do too many laps in free practice, just it's hot, didn't want to use too much energy. But Vial gets a better drive coming out of that turn, but Sinai just tries to run him up the inside of the KTM, can't get through. So KTM's 1st and 2nd then by the end of the 2nd lap. Tom Vial, sure, with his recent results that he's been getting, he'll believe that he can win a race this year, even if it's a qualifier. Hasn't got one yet, he's been 3rd a couple of times. The gap between him and his teammate Prado, 2.5 seconds. Prado set the fastest lap, a 1:48.5. Vial with the pass on Sinai at 49.4. Then we've got Sinai 3rd, Walsh in 4th. He'll flash into view any moment now in white, just behind the Kawasaki. Then Jacobi is in 5th, Sterry 6, Renault 7, Osland 8, Sikina 9, Balana in 10, Boiramade, Moreau, Beaton for Better, Mitchell Harrison 15 for Bud Racing, Kawasaki. Then we've got Jeremy Sido, also wildcarding this weekend for Tiga Procross. David Puches, his teammate behind him in 17th. 18th is Morgan Leciado, 19th Thomas Olsen after crashing at turn 1. And then Gustavo Pessoa is in 20th place. I think he also got caught in that first turn. Malay, Bentonic is 21st, Larinaga 22nd, Hawkmo, who's wildcarding from EMX 250 is in 23rd ahead of Jan Panzer. And then Zach Pichon. Here is Olsen. Long way down, Pessoa just behind him. 44, Morgan Leciado just ahead of him. Just trying to switch it up, needs a good gate pick for tomorrow, although the start straight very wide and very long. You can get a good jump and then eventually put the squeeze over those guys around you, but easily made that pass on the 44 of Morgan Leciado there, did Olsen. Moves up another place then into 18. 14 minutes plus 2 to go. Last time around, a 48.5 was the fastest lap of the race. Prado, 5.24. Over the line now, 48.9. So 4 tenths slower, 48.7. So his teammate pulls a couple tenths back on him. But Dylan Walsh looking pretty handy here at the moment. On the Revo Husqvarna, just and his teammate Alvin Osler just messes up that corner after the finish line jump and allows Van Landeren to go through. So the HRC rider, number 10, just on pit straight now. So all of a sudden, Osland, here in white, under attack from Richard Sikina. On the 102, there's Jed Beaton, the Rockstar Energy Husky rider. Then you've got Mitchell Harrison, Joaquin for Better, and Jeremy Sido. Harrison chasing the dirt around the outside. Chooses to jump up onto the plateau rather than double his way through it. Good move that. Quick pull of the tear off as well. Had to be quick because you're barely off the ground there at that point. So Moreau just ahead of these guys. So the two Bug Racing Kawasaki is line astern. Then you've got the white Rockstar Energy Husqvarna there, number 14, Jed Beaton, the Australian. Then Jeremy Sido. He's found his way past Joaquin Faberta. And here's Jago Kietz, Monster Energy Khmer Yamaha. He also fell at turn 1. He's got a lot of work to do as well. So Jago Kietz working overtime then just to try and find who was going to make the move on Gustavo Pessoa here as he goes after Zach Pichon. And here is Prado, still only 3 seconds clear of his teammate at the moment. Right, so we've got bottom of the hill here. The pass that Prado put on Jacobi. That was for second, and then this was Prado passing Sanai for the lead. So he eventually got that done, and then just jumping up to the inside, Tom Vial found his way past Jacobi as well. It's Prado who continues to lead. New colorway for him this weekend. Incidentally, Antonio Cairoli was on our studio show this morning as well. So if you've not watched that, he follows on from Maxime Renault. We had Francois Lemarié on as well, manager for Team Monster Energy KRT. Right, Walsh in white at the top of your screen, just behind Sanai. So still there in 4th place. And we've got Jacobi and Sterry, 5th and 6th. Then Calvin Balana there, number 10. He's in 7th place for Team HRC. He's found his way past Maxime Renault. The Yamaha SM Action MC Migliori, and a bobble there. Another rider hitting neutral. Dylan Walsh just went to get on the gas, wasn't there, and almost tipped over. You almost expect yourself to be pulled forward when you just get on the gas. But when that happens, everything then just comes to a halt. You get thrown forward. and you're just caught off balance, and you've then got to have a re-jab at the gear lever. Maxime Renault was well off track. Where is that? So Maxime Renault, who was in 7th, is now off track somewhere. Is that at the end of the wave section? Because he was in amongst this battle. But everybody just banging bars here. Rider down the bottom of the hill. Riders are jumping down there as well, a whole bunch of them. But look at this battle here. So we've got Vial in 2nd. We've got Jacobi now 3rd, Sanai 4th, Walsh 5th, Sterry 6th, Valander in 7th. So in and amongst all that lot, these guys here in their own race, and Walsh just cleans up the inside of Darian Sanai, and he loses 2-3 positions in 2 corners. Walsh, he hit those 2 ledges on the takeoff there, and the back end could have come around and sent him over T down the hill, but he managed just to ride it out. But he's under attack here from Sterry, who is under attack from Valander, and Valander goes a little bit deeper into the corner, and it probably works for him as well, because Sterry got caught behind Walsh as he followed him in, and Jacobi making a break for it. So Walsh sitting there in 4th place. Sanai going down to 7th. Sterry looking to find his way through though. Goes for the dirt around the outside. Valander tries to split the Husky and the Kawasaki. I thought Sterry just caught an edge then on the wave. He's going into Walsh, but Walsh just keeping it on a little bit longer, braking a little bit harder through that 2nd corner. Valander's looking at this, is going, man, this is perfect for me, because you guys are massively going to trip yourselves up any moment now. So Walsh will go inside. Sterry will look for a little bit more momentum, but doesn't find it. He's going to lose out to Valander. Oh, Valander hard on the brakes, and they touch. Valander had the handlebar snatched clean out of his hands there. Sterry looking to be aggressive, and he hits the wheel of Walsh. Tell you what, any more of that, Walsh should be saying, come on guys, get your own tyres. Just riding a little bit too hard. Sterry and Valander in there, looking for a way through on the 53 of Dylan Walsh here, who's in 4th place for Revo Husqvarna. Bottom end of the circuit. So Maxime Renault, I think, had a bike issue, because he is not showing now as doing any more laps. Zach Pichon. He's also been down. That was at the bottom of the hill. So here is the 10 of Valander. Just nice and easy on the gas. Looking to find a way. Suspension, you know what, suspension is going to be key this weekend. It's all right having a good bike, good power, but if you've got nothing at the back end that's going to get you over those holes smoothly and easily, effectively, you're going to be in trouble. And Walsh trying to put the squeeze on Valander, and Valander runs him at the inside. Oh, how did he ride that one out? Bucking Bronco with a B. Just rodeo riding his way on that Revo Husqvarna, but this time Valander does go through. So we finally get a change to 4th then. Valander, Team HRC coming towards us, number 10. Had to work hard for that. Is he going to be able to close in on Jacobi, though, ahead of him? There he is for F&H Racing Kawasaki, just at the top of the screen. Well, that's a proper bruisey cloud over on the horizon, isn't it? Looking very dark and moody out there. See a little bit of Mother Nature taking a leak. Right, Jacobi's going to get caught here by Valander if he's not careful. Prado leads, 6.5 seconds. Vial second. Jacoby third. Verlanderen here is fourth. Doing well to bridge that gap as they hit Monster Energy Mountain. What was the gap between them, actually? Jacoby came over the line 17 seconds down, so he was about 2.5 seconds. But I think Verlanderen is definitely eating away at that gap. Here is Mitchell Harrison in blue and the 161 of Alvin Osland. So Osland on the second of the Revo Husqvarnas. And then you've got Mitchell Harrison has found his way past his teammate, 225, Brian Moreau, and Zikina going after the number 19. In fact, I think it's just been passed by Olsen. Olsen out to 11, Zikina down to 12. The Slovakian on the JD Gunex KTM. There he is, 102. Just looking to have a good solid weekend here if you can. But Mitchell Harrison's done well. Just there, the lead Kawasaki rider coming up now, because he didn't make a great start, and he's had to fight his way through traffic, and a mistake there from Osland might allow Harrison to go through at the bottom of the hill. It does. So Harrison now up into 8th place. Good charge for the American. And Verlanderen also now right on the rear wheel of the German, Jacoby. Just needs to bide his time, pick his moment. This is for 3rd place. Verlanderen yet to better a 5th in qualifying this year. He's done that on 2 occasions. Again, goes slightly wider. Absolutely on the rev limiters there before they change gear. Short, sharp, 100-meter climb, bottom to top. Very steep as well, steeper than it looks on TV. I mean, this is absolutely fantastic racetrack here in terms of the layout, the sprawl, the twists and turns. So much variety. Off cambers there, as Brian Moreau found out. He's just been caught by the 19 of Olsen. Frantic action here. So we've got Prado leading the way, Vial second, Jacoby third, Verlanderen 4, Walsh 5, Sinai 6, Sterry 7, Harrison now 8, Osland 9. 10 is Brian Moreau, or it was Brian Moreau, because Olsen has found his way past. So Moreau is now 11, Zikina 12, Jedbeat 13, Larinaga 14, Jago Kietz now in 15th place, but Verlanderen getting alongside Jacoby. We'll be mindful not to get too close as he goes down past pit lane. Oh, just cruises around the outside. Again, try to go defensive, but is there going to be a comeback here? No, not quite. Yes, there is. Only because Verlanderen got offline and got a little bit squirrely on the takeoff. Again, the way that drops downhill into that bottom part of the circuit, you G out, but good fight back that from Jacoby. This is for 3rd. Jacoby's been 2nd twice in qualifying this year. One of those was Great Britain, the other one was in Portugal. Here's Adam Sterry, and Sinai just makes a bit of a mess up of that bottom turn as well. It's probably the slowest corner on the racetrack, actually. Oh, Sterry just got a kick and almost tagged wheels for the 2nd time. So HRC's Verlanderen looking to go through. Sterry trying to go through on Sinai. And Verlanderen still not able to find his way past Jacoby. A minute to go. Slight bobble there as he came to the land, the number 10. Up the inside. He's going to have to go around the outside here at the top of the hill. And that's exactly, he already made his mind up. That was what he's going to do. And but Jacoby might just close the door. No, he doesn't. And so from one battle to another, here's Sinai and Sterry, 6 and 7. Track just shaping up nicely. Whoa. Jacoby. Goes from one side to the other. She has to close the door on the exit of that drop-off. This time, Valandra not close enough to think about going around the outside. Good to see him back at the sharp end, though, after timeout with an ankle problem. Number 10, Valandra. So here's Jacoby. And Adam Sterry has found his way past Sinai. Just got better drive, better distance onto pit straight. So Sterry now up in the 6th. Mitchell Harrison closing in behind him as well. And this is good for Mitchell Harrison, who got a 5th in his first qualifying race this year at Trentino when he joined the championship round 4. Hasn't been anywhere close to that. Hasn't been in the top 10 since then. 11th actually last time out in Semarang, Asia was his best. So to see him there, obviously he's feeling okay with the racetrack. Mitchell Harrison, number 35, in 8th place, just behind Darian Sinai. Here he is in the light blue in the middle. But he's getting caught here by 19, Olsen on the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna. So 2 Americans, 57 and 35. Olsen looking to make a move at the end of the straight, but not going to be close enough there. And then a mistake from Harrison. He looks nervously across. Couldn't do anything about it, but he tries to cut back here. You have to go the long way around on the run towards the finish line. He'll be hoping that Olsen stays to the left. He does. Good response that from Harrison. But is he going to lose out here on the exit of the turn and then the drop towards the downhill? No, he keeps it in there as well. Good aggressive riding from the 35 on the Bud Racing Kawasaki. Sinai just ahead of him in 7th. Harrison in the middle in 8th. Olsen on the Husqvarna, number 19, is in 9th place. Brian Moreau, 10. Alvin Oslin, 11. Jed Beaton is 12. Chasing the dirt. Here is Harrison. Wow. Can't afford to leave the door open. 2 for 1. That would be a good day's work for Olsen. Oh, and a little bit skew there for Sinai. Brings it down, gets back on the gas, takes that position back away from Harrison. A bit of a civil war going on here between these 2 Americans. And Olsen, he does try to make that pass. Tries to split the 2 Kawasaki's. Almost 3 abreast as they come over Monster Energy Mountain. Both Olsen and Harrison go to the outside, but then they come to a halt here in the next step down, tight right. Right, here's Vial. His teammate already over the line to the tune of about 11 seconds. So 2 Red Bull KTMs enter the final lap here. Looking good for those guys at the moment, isn't it? Jacoby is 3rd, Valandra in 4th. Well, there is Renault, so he is still circulating somehow. Olsen has found his way past Harrison. Can he find his way past Sinai before the end of the lap? Brian Moreau in orange just behind them. Pretty technical climbing up that hill there. Olsen trying to hug the bank, stay out of trouble, stay out of those holes as best he can. Going to force the issue here on the brakes, and the 2 riders, well, they almost touched, but that's going to be a gift for Harrison as well. Or is it? You'll have to be firm but fair here through this off-cambered left-hander. Sinai making a pretty good fist of it, I have to say. Both the Kawasaki's let just lose traction on the exit of that turn. Oh, coming through. Harrison goes by Sinai. Still got work to do here, though. He needs good drive out of that turn. Meanwhile, here is Jorge Prado, 61, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, qualifying race win, number 9. And it does it here in Lockett. Brian Moreau finds his way past Sinai as well. Final lap. Well, he was gaining ground on all of these as they were tripping themselves up. Might even do his teammate before the finish line is done. What, 2-3 corners to go? There's Joaquin Fabetta and Cyril Janot, 105. Those two just outside of the top 20. There's a 7-11 of René Hoffer just ahead of them on the KTM Junior machine. So battles all over this racetrack here in the MX2 qualifying race, but it was Jorge Prado who won the qualifying race for the 9th time this year. Vial second, 13.8 seconds down. Here is René Hoffer making his way to the line. He'll be 20th. And then Joaquin Fabetta bringing it home here. Wow, fantastic race, that one. Gustavo Pessoa, he went down at turn 1, and he's got a couple of riders for close company. Michael Senna, it's going to be a run towards the line. And it was Pessoa who just came home in 25th place. Anyway, here's Jorge Prado getting ready to speak to Lisa Lalo Leyland. How was it for Jorge Prado? He looks quite smooth and relaxed, and I'm sure he's happy with another qualifying race win. Let's find out.
Jorge Prado, 9th qualifying race win. You look pretty smooth, relaxed, confident out there. How was it from your seat?
Yeah, it was a good quali race. Got a good jump out of the gate, just spin a little bit. So then I think I was 3rd place and then got pretty quick to 1st. Managed to, you know, get a bit away and find a good flow. So ready for tomorrow.
Okay. Best of luck for tomorrow.
Jorge Prado, a qualifying race winner then in 2019 for the 9th time. 7 of those on the bounce, all the way back from France. Looking good, looking supremely confident again. And he'll be buoyed by the fact that his nearest rival, Thomas Olsen, only came home in 7th place. Of course, tomorrow is race day, completely different day. But he'll take that while he can. Official confirmation then coming up for the MX2 qualifying race win race here. Jorge Prado, your winner. Tom Vial 2nd, Jacoby 3rd, Verlander and Walsh, Sterry, Olsen and Harrison 8th in the end for the American. Brian Moreau 9, Darian Sinai 10, Jed Beaton 11. Ika Larinaga for Marchetti Racing was 12. And then Richard Sikina, Jago Kietz back to 14th after falling at turn 1. Alvin Osland, Brent Van Donnick, Horgmo, Pancha, Luciano, Hoffer, and the rest of the guys there. 40 riders in the grid. Evans only good enough for 24th, look. And maybe he also went down, but his teammate Zach Pichon definitely went down at the bottom of the hill here. And good to see him sitting up before the end of the race, though. Take a look at the MX2 qualifying race highlights. Middle of the gate, Jorge Prado and his teammate just a couple of gates down from him were bar to bar. But then over on this outside here, people got pushed wide. About now, Olsen was in there, Jago Kietz was in there, Pessoa was in there just a little bit. The 377 was in there as well of 877, Martin Kirk, sorry. But it was Sinai who led, Jacoby 2nd, but then Prado ran the outside of Jacoby to go 2nd. Vial was right there in 4th place, but then he moved into 3rd at the end of the straight as Prado took over the lead from Sinai. This was Vial making sure of that pass on Jacoby, who then hit neutral, lost ground. Then he had a whole bit of a fight on his hand. He caught the 53 of Walsh. Walsh then made a mistake of his own. And then these 4 riders here are in a right battle. Walsh charging down the inside of Sinai. Sterry had a bit of a moment as well. He went through, so too did the number 10 of Verlander. But Verlander, though, hit the wheel of Walsh, so too did Sterry. Sterry then lost ground again and eventually came home in 6th position. And Verlander eventually worked his way up into 4th place with that pass on Walsh. And Jacoby in the later stages. But then Jacobi managed to take over third again. Sterry passed for sixth. And then Olsen and Harrison made light work of Sinai in the end. But it was Prado who came through, 13 seconds clear of Vial. Jacobi, Villano and Walsh, your top five. Still got a little bit of sun in the air here, as you can see from our brolified cameraman. But let's take a look at some of the best moments, shall we, from the MX2 qualifying race. When we return, it will be with the MXGP qualifying race at 5:30, so 5 minutes time. See you then.